Attention passionate Cleveland Browns fans. An important update has just arrived straight from the AFC North, and it could completely change the course of the season. Something big is happening, and it might directly impact the Browns' path toward another potential Super Bowl run. We're talking about a shift in the division's balance of power that could cause one of our main rivals to stumble badly for years to come. But before we get into that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to fuel that passion even more. Show that you're part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share this with your friends. Now, let's get to the facts. Attention, devoted Cleveland Browns supporters. Something major is unfolding behind the scenes in the AFC North, and it promises to shake up the division in a big way. What's happening right now could have a direct impact on the Browns' journey toward another Super Bowl run. We're talking about a potential power shift that could bring a divisional rival to its knees for years, and you're hearing about it here first. But before we continue, if you're a true fan, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share it with fellow fans, and help us reach the milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Let's grow this community built on love for Cleveland. Now let's dive into the news. As training camp kicks off, the Cleveland Browns find themselves at another pivotal moment. All eyes are on Berea, fans are fired up, analysts are breaking down every detail, and the coaching staff is closely watching what might be one of the most competitive quarterback battles in recent memory. If you've followed the Browns for a while, you know how critical this period is. It's when the foundation for the upcoming season is laid, where future stars start to emerge, and where the team defines who's going to lead them on the field. And this year, all the spotlight is on the quarterback competition. It's been a recurring theme in Cleveland ever since Baker Mayfield's departure. The team has been trying to find someone who can lead the offense with consistency, confidence, and above all, results. A quarterback who doesn't just throw the ball but inspires the roster and reignites the fire in the fanbase. Now, for names are in direct competition for the starting job. At the center of this battle is Kenny Pickett, the former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback who joins the Browns after a promising rookie season. Despite having played for a divisional rival, Pickett now seeks to rewrite his story, wearing Cleveland's brown and orange. Alongside him is rookie Dillon Gabriel, out of the University of Oklahoma, a third-round pick who's already turning heads in training camp with his accuracy, quick decision-making, and leadership qualities. Then there's Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl champion and seasoned veteran, who, at 40 years old, is trying to prove he's still got something left in the tank, even as his career winds down. And finally, there's Shedeur Sanders, a fifth-round pick with a famous last name, an impressive college resume, and the kind of confidence that's hard to ignore every time he steps on the field. What makes this competition even more compelling is the way head coach Kevin Stefanski and his staff are handling it. There's no rushing into decisions. The focus has been on giving players real opportunities to prove themselves. But that doesn't mean everyone is getting equal reps. Dillon Gabriel, for example, has been taking the majority of first-team reps, signaling that the coaching staff is seriously evaluating his potential. On the other hand, Joe Flacco has seen fewer snaps during practice, which has naturally sparked speculation about his future on the roster. In a recent interview during June's mandatory minicamp, Flacco himself acknowledged the situation, saying, "I'd love to be out there all the time, taking 120 reps a day, getting into rhythm, but Kevin has a plan." That's a mature perspective, coming from a veteran who knows how things work both on and off the field. And while he may not be in the spotlight right now, Flacco remains a valuable presence, especially with his experience, leadership, and deep understanding of the offense. But let's be honest, this situation is evolving every day. As training camp progresses, the depth chart is starting to take shape. All signs currently point to Flacco and Pickett as the frontrunners to start Week 1. Thanks to their experience, the Browns' mission is clear: find the guy who can execute the playbook, stay composed under pressure, and deliver results when it matters most. And if one of those two separates himself from the pack, the other could be on the trade block. In the coming weeks, it's unlikely that Cleveland will carry for active quarterbacks on the roster, especially considering Deshaun Watson's injury history and the need to fill out other key positions. In that scenario, a trade could net the Browns a draft pick or a much-needed depth piece elsewhere. There are already rumors swirling among NFL insiders. Former wide receiver T.J. Houshmandzadeh recently said on a podcast that a source inside the building told him the real QB battle is between Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel. If that's accurate, Joe Flacco may already be out of the long-term plan. As for Shedeur Sanders, his situation is different. He's still being evaluated carefully, with limited reps so far, but he's already seen as a promising prospect. If Gabriel falters or suffers an injury, Sanders might be called upon sooner than expected to fast-track his development within the Browns' offensive system. His raw talent and strong personality have already caught the attention of fans, and over time, he could become a key piece of the franchise's future. But for now, everything is still in the early stages. The process will take time. The coaching staff will continue evaluating every throw, every decision, every detail. As preseason unfolds, we'll have a clearer picture of who's really pulling ahead. It's a high-stakes chess match, and every snap could tip the balance. Browns fans are eagerly waiting to see who will take the reins and lead this team into what promises to be a very exciting season. It's important to remember, though, that the quarterback battle is just one piece of the puzzle. The Browns have also been investing heavily in building a strong, complete roster, especially on defense, which has already been one of the league's most formidable units in recent seasons. The additions through the draft and free agency have only strengthened that group, making this a more well-rounded team than in years past. Still, everything hinges on finding the right quarterback. Without stability at the game's most important position, all the offensive firepower, including stars like Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, and David Njoku, risks being wasted. That's why this decision is so critical. And to make things even tougher, the AFC North is absolutely stacked with talent. The Bengals remain strong under Joe Burrow's leadership. The Ravens have made key upgrades, especially on defense, and the Steelers continue to field one of the most consistent defenses in the league. In other words, the Browns can't afford a single misstep. Every choice matters. Every game will count in what's arguably the most competitive division in football. Historically, the Browns have always carried big expectations and a proud tradition. Their last championship came in 1964. Since their last playoff appearance in 2020, the franchise has been working to return to prominence. The rebuild is underway. The core is strong, and now only one thing is missing: the right quarterback. That's exactly why the spotlight is on Dillon Gabriel, who arrives from Oklahoma with a promising skill set. He's already shown the ability to extend plays, stay calm under pressure, and throw accurate passes. If he can bring that to the NFL, he could be a surprise contender for the starting job. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders has the pedigree, field presence, and physical tools that scouts raved about in college. His development will be something to watch closely, because he's loaded with raw potential that could blossom in the right situation. Everything points to a turning point ahead, and whoever steps up now could very well lead the Cleveland Browns into a historic new chapter.